Hello everyone and welcome back to FilmBook Review, an official YouTube channel of FilmBook. Featured on Google News, IMDb's news desk and a member of the Critics' Choice Association, FilmBook is an entertainment industry news website that reports on the film and television show industries in the United States and across the world. Today on FilmBook Review, I will be reviewing the 2022 film Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths. Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths is directed by Alejandro G. Inarritu, written by Nicolas Giacobone and Alejandro G. Inarritu, and stars Daniel Jimenez Cacho, Griselda Siciliani, Jimena Lamadrid, Iker Sanchez Solano, and Louis Cotier. This is a Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths movie review, and there will be spoilers. If you like our movie reviews, please like this Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths movie review, as that helps us out with YouTube's algorithm, and consider subscribing. Once subscribed, click the bell notification box and you are all set. Please also consider becoming one of our patrons on Patreon at patreon.com/filmbook. And now, the Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths movie review. If any director out there is able to sneak an actor into a crowded Oscar race with a good movie, it is the formidable filmmaker Alejandro G. Inarritu. While Inarritu's new film, Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, has just enough substance to make viewers become invested in the material the movie presents, the picture is sometimes a cinematic mess. That chaos is forgivable, though, thanks to the acting here. There's so much going on that the picture demands a second viewing to do it justice. That's also because the star of the film, Daniel Jimenez Cacho, is simply electrifying. It's hard to know what to make out of Cacho's character, Silverio Gama, until you look back at the events that transpire throughout the film in retrospect and come to the conclusion that he's a man hampered by life's uncertainties and injustices. The film opens over a desert with a striking series of images thanks to the tremendous cinematographer Darius Conji. We learn that Silverio Gama is a Mexican journalist, documentary filmmaker. While he's a family man in California with a wife, Lucia, and a son, he's been through quite a bit in life. Like many filmmakers, Gama's art imitates his life. There's a lot of Gama's personal struggles in his work. The movie begins with a baby who crawls back inside his mother. This child isn't ready for the world. Silverio and Lucia had a child who died an early infant death, and that past situation has haunted the parents for years. Silverio is awarded for his journalistic integrity, but he believes there's some politics behind his receipt of this distinction. At a party, Silverio reunites with his family and his daughter, who lives in Boston, Camila. In a bathroom, Silverio also meets his dad, but Inarritu downsizes Silverio in this scene with the father towering over him as the two characters discuss life. Inarritu creates a fantastic scene here, followed by a scene where Silverio talks to his mom, who complains about aging. There is a lot of heavy-handed symbolism here regarding Silverio's relationship with his family and his relationship with his work, not to mention his heritage and the history of what occurred in Mexico, some of which Silverio cannot shake from his mind. Inarritu's film is not plot-heavy, but there's plenty going on. When Silverio and Camila talk in a pool, there's quiet sincerity in both the performances of Cacho and Lamadrid. In this sequence, Camila discusses moving to Mexico and that her job has sort of restricted her from doing anything of great significance with her life. When Silverio asks her about her boyfriend, Silverio learns the boyfriend is the last thing on her mind. There's also the matter of the ashes of the child that died and what to do with them. At the same time, Silverio must confront who he really is as a person, especially when a security guard challenges his true citizenship at an airport. That scene at the airport is one of Cacho's finest moments in the picture. It all comes down to a scenario where, after he has a stroke while riding public transportation, Silverio finds his feet nailed down as his daughter accepts his award, and, well, I'll say no more. Inarritu sneakily has a lot to say at the end of the movie, but without giving too much away, the title of the film truly captures it all. This movie is a false chronicle of a handful of truths. Cacho's performance here is amazingly layered. The actor is one of Inarritu's greatest creations, and that says a lot when one considers Inarritu's characters in The Revenant and Birdman before that. Leonardo DiCaprio and Michael Keaton were amazing in those movies, and Cacho is certainly on their level here, making us feel this character's pains, regrets, and passions. It's a phenomenal piece of work that could get rewarded come Oscar nomination time. Siciliani and Lamadrid are both well cast in this picture. They shine beside Cacho and add dimensions to the family members who have been in Silverio's lives. As Silveria's son, Iker Sanchez Solano is also noteworthy as this character is challenged unfairly by Silverio at one point in the film. A lot of Inarritu's themes, though, are lost in some of the more stylized aspects of the movie, especially in the political scenes, which may feel heavy and at times Inarritu bites off more than he can chew in my opinion. That being said, Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths is one of the year's most unique movies. Its length holds it back from being a better movie, but Inarritu opens up plenty of room for discussion with this fascinating and moving picture. Cacho deserves an Oscar nomination and hopefully will not get lost in the year-end awards movie shuffle. And that brings us to the conclusion of this Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths movie review. I would love to hear your thoughts on it below in the comments section. If you liked what you heard during this review, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Please also visit and subscribe to our podcast channel at FilmBook Podcast and our trailer and reaction channel at FilmBook Trailers. If you would like to get FilmBook's articles delivered to your inbox, sign up for our daily newsletter in the description at film-book.com. Thank you for viewing, and you can watch one of these reviews next.